It was a small town, surrounded by dense forests and rolling hills, where the old cemetery lay. The locals had always avoided the graveyard, telling tales of ghosts and spirits that lurked among the graves. But one group of teenagers, Jessica, Sarah, Matt, and Jack, dared to challenge the local superstitions. One dark and moonless night, they ventured into the graveyard, searching for a gravestone with a mysterious inscription that was said to have the power to summon spirits. After searching for some time, they finally found the old and weathered gravestone they had been seeking. The inscription read, "Here lies Mary, who died under mysterious circumstances. May she rest in peace." The group nervously recited Mary's name 3 times each, and then they waited. Suddenly, the ground started to shake, and a thick fog enveloped the graveyard. As the fog cleared, they saw the ghostly figure of a woman in a white dress standing before them. Mary, the spirit they had summoned, asked them why they had disturbed her rest. Mary revealed that she had been murdered by her husband, who had buried her in the graveyard and covered up his crime. He had never been caught, and Mary's spirit had been restless ever since. The teenagers were shocked and saddened by the story and apologized for disturbing her rest. Mary forgave them and asked them to leave so she could rest in peace. The ghostly figure disappeared, and the graveyard was quiet once again. The teenagers left, but they couldn't forget the experience they had just had. Over the next few weeks, strange things began to happen in the town. People reported seeing a ghostly figure in a white dress wandering through the graveyard, and some claimed to have seen her wandering the streets at night. One day, a local historian told the teenagers that Mary's husband had been found guilty of her murder and had been sentenced to life in prison. He had died there a few years later, still claiming his innocence. The teenagers realized that Mary's spirit was seeking revenge on her husband, even in death. They knew they had to help her find peace, so they researched everything they could about Mary and her husband's trial. After weeks of investigation, they discovered new evidence that proved Mary's husband had indeed been guilty. They presented the evidence to the authorities, and Mary's husband was posthumously found guilty of her murder. The ghostly figure of Mary was never seen again, and the town finally found peace. The teenagers knew that they had helped put an innocent spirit to rest, and they would always remember the power of the supernatural. Years later, the teenagers were all grown up, but they never forgot the strange events that had taken place that night in the graveyard. They knew that they had been part of something truly extraordinary, and that the ghost of Mary would always live on in their memories. If you enjoyed this story of mystery, revenge, and the supernatural, please don't forget to hit the like button and follow us for more captivating tales.